50 Cent is doing everything in his power to destroy Jay-Z, and now he's bringing Oprah into the mix. A lot of people knew that she had friends in high places that wasn't necessarily good people, but 50 Cent is getting ready to drop this documentary exposing how deep the rabbit hole goes with Jay-Z, Oprah Winfrey, Epstein, Bill Clinton, Harvey Weinstein, and a list of other people.
Rose McGowan has put Oprah on blast.
He seemingly suggested in the caption that Oprah knew the Hollywood producer was mistreating women.
And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
No, they eat babies. That is not bullshit. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood.
So there's this secret rooms. They got secret rooms.
Go on, tell me, how do I find the secret?
So when you go in the secret rooms, because they hide it in loads of places, they tie string around and then they put it all around the body, but they're naked, and they got this tattoo on the private with like little piercings.
So in worshiping the devil, participated in human sacrifice rituals and cannibalism.
The ritualistic behaviors, the putting girls in the suitcases.
Yo, so why am I hearing that Oprah had a school for girls and all of them went missing?
These are my girls. These are my girls.
50 Cent has revealed the predators in the industry that he thinks have been safe for years, and he is blaming Oprah. For a while now, he's been wondering why some powerful people never got in trouble, while victims of Epstein believe they were hushed. Now he's linking that culture of protection to some of the biggest stars in show business. This comes soon after 50 teased making a documentary about Jay-Z after Jay's name came up in the Epstein files that were made public lately. He didn't say anything for sure, but he made it apparent that he's paying attention to who gets mentioned and who doesn't. What makes things much more tense is that Oprah's name came up in other Epstein-related documents. That doesn't prove anything wrong, but it does make you wonder about how close they are. And let's be honest, Oprah and 50 have never been cool. People want to know who he is truly talking about when he talks about protection at the top. And they also want to know what he thinks Oprah hid. Let's get started.
A couple of pets as well. Yeah. A dog and a cat with interesting names, to say the least.
Yeah. That's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay. Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
And Gail.
Gail, okay, Gail.
People always bring up Jay-Z first in this discourse. The Jigga and 50 have never truly gotten along. That stress has been there for a long time. The current release of Epstein documents says that Jay-Z's name is in an FBI crisis intake report dated 2019. That's very much what a tip line record is. An individual who didn't provide their name said that in 1996, they woke up in what they think was Epstein's mansion alongside Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein. Now, for some individuals, Jay-Z being named in anything linked to Epstein doesn't feel shocking. They point to his circle, for example, Diddy. As you know, 50 trolled Diddy relentlessly after his imprisonment. He didn't simply post jokes. He went as far as developing a documentary about it. That tells you how seriously 50 takes these industry challenges. But even since Diddy's incarceration, Jay-Z hasn't really made any statements about it. And considering how close they were for years, that stillness felt strange to some observers. Now add this to the mix. There have been long-standing claims that Jay-Z began dating Beyoncé when she was under 18. There's also talk regarding his former involvement with Foxy Brown when she was 16. These are allegations and speculations that have spread for years. They've always been denied or dismissed, but they never totally disappear. Then there's the mystery around Kathy White, who some online claim was pregnant with Jay-Z's child before her tragic passing. And most recently, last year, both Jay-Z and Diddy were accused in a lawsuit of molesting a 13-year-old girl. Both have denied wrongdoing. But when you heap allegation on top of allegation, public image starts shifting, whether charges stick or not.
Bombshell footage has surfaced from Africa, where Jay-Z has been accused of running child safaris for Jeffrey Epstein's VIP associates and the global elite.
Oh, you put that thing on the wall. You see how we do it here on Saturday. This is what it's You see how we do it here on Saturday. This is what it's
Now, where does Oprah enter in all this? Oprah Winfrey and Jay-Z formed a very public connection after his 2009 visit on the Oprah Winfrey Show.
I've been known for not being a big fan of rap music because of misogynist lyrics and because of the use of the N-word. You obviously feel differently, and a little bit.
When Oprah Winfrey invited Jay-Z on her show, she got at him hard for using the N-word, but she never mentioned anything about Harvey Weinstein or Jeffrey Epstein allegedly doing the things they were doing on Pedo Island. With 50 Cent putting in work to expose Oprah Winfrey and Jay-Z, it's looking like they're not going to be free that much longer.
She praised him openly, considered him charming, and even credited him with transforming her perspective on hip-hop culture. So when 50 talks about protection at the top, people look at those relationships. And then there's Harvey Weinstein. Jay-Z and his organization, Roc Nation, were involved in commercial agreements with the Weinstein Organization. At the time, it was positioned as meaningful narrative, strong content, and vital issues. But after Weinstein's sexual charges emerged in 2017, people started looking at every link differently.
Jay-Z and Beyoncé's home surged amidst recent allegations.
Tonight, the Department of Justice releasing their final batch of files.
And the millions of newly released Justice Department records
connected to the late convicted senator Jeffrey Epstein.
They include Epstein's messages with powerful men.
You're the only one who never yelled at me about it, and I'd take it any time from you. I want to see him get it.
In your thoughts on Donald Trump and what it means for what it means for mass incarceration.
You know what? This is a labor of love for Jay, and as a result, he's my friend. We're here to talk about that and nothing else.
Well, then, can I ask you about mass incarceration? And do you think the movement is?
What did it say Jay-Z did? He was there in 1996. Come on, people.
And here's something a lot of folks forget. In October 2017, when Weinstein gave a public statement responding to the claims, he paraphrased what he said was a Jay-Z lyric from 444. He said, "I'm not the man I thought I was, and I better be that man for my children." The problem? That particular quote doesn't occur in the song or the album. Multiple outlets called that out. So now you've got Weinstein citing Jay-Z within the middle of a controversy, misquoting him, and dragging his name into a public apology that was already falling apart. When the charges against Weinstein came out, Oprah, who had also been publicly close with him, termed it a watershed moment. Now think about that. A man facing dozens of severe accusations, yet the term used was watershed moment.
After the 54-year-old singer shared this meme of Oprah kissing Harvey Weinstein on Wednesday that read, "When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you're the solution." He seemingly suggested in the caption that Oprah knew the Hollywood producer was mistreating women, writing, "You'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses."
People did not take that lightly, almost like damage control. And because Oprah had photographed appearances and cordial exchanges with Weinstein over the years, her answer was analyzed closely. Again, proximity doesn't equal culpability. But in this discourse about protection at the top, proximity keeps coming up. And it leads to another name that constantly surfaces when Epstein is mentioned: Bill Clinton. Now, this bit isn't an internet rumor. There's genuine paperwork here. Clinton did fly on Epstein's jet. That's in the logs. Between 2002 and 2003, he took multiple overseas travels on that airplane. When people divide those flights down into different flight legs, his name shows up 26 times. A lot of those were merely sections of the same travels, but once that figure started spreading, it stuck. Those excursions included destinations like Bangkok, Brunei, Rwanda, Russia, and China. Ghislaine Maxwell's name pops up on some of those same logs too, classified as GM. There are also vintage images of Epstein and Maxwell at a White House-related reception in the early 90s where Clinton was present. And Epstein provided money connected to Clinton fundraising efforts back in the day. Now, Clinton's side doesn't deny the plane travels. They've acknowledged it. They say
This news is beyond devastating. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Is it really as deep as they're making it seem? They have no proof of Oprah Winfrey being involved in anything. They have no proof of Jay-Z being involved in anything. It's sort of like they want to tie them into it so they can take the brunt of the blow. I hope that's not the case. But Jay-Z does have a history, even though I don't believe any of the things they say about him. 50 Cent have a history as well, a violent past. I'm pretty sure he did some things back in the day that could land him in jail for a very long time, but the world will never know because nobody's snitching hard as 50 Cent. Unless Tekashi 6ix9ine decide he want to make a comeback and get to telling on some more people, 50's the man. T.I. got allegations about snitching, but he's been A1 as far as I'm concerned for a long time. He's even doing comedy, so everything about what he got going on is lighthearted. Jay-Z will be a hell of a comedian. He don't even got to say nothing. All he got to do is get up there and people will be entertained just by being in the presence of greatness, unless these allegations are true. If they are true, Jay-Z need to run, duck, hide. Him and Beyonce, Oprah Winfrey, they all need to move over there with Russell Simmons. I know he's going to have an attitude with them eating all his avocados, plantains, and mangoes and things. They recently had Russell Simmons' daughter over where he at, and he looked like he was sick and ready for her to go. So he might not want no celebrity company. We're just going to have to wait and see how this going to go. Let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man.